Would you like to go paperless at your law firm? Stay tuned. Well, maybe you haven't jumped on that paperless bandwagon yet, but you know you should, because that seems the way the world's going. Well, to help you with that, I've invited John Zaid to join us today. And John's gone from one lawyer to over 50 employees and is kind of known as a law practice expert in some areas. And he's going to talk with us today about his experiences in going paperless. So, John, thanks for being here.
Mike, thank you for having me here today.
Yeah, it certainly is the way of the world now, paperless, right? I don't see any papers on your desk behind you.
You know, I can't imagine doing what we do without a paperless office just because of the sheer volume of business that we do and the amount of documents that come with each file. So you're right, there's no papers back there. And it's not just by design, it's not for the camera today. Files never sit on my desk, and it's because of the paperless system I implemented over 17 years ago when I started my office.
Wow, 17 years ago?
Yes.
My goodness, you were pretty cutting edge at that point then.
Yeah, from day one, I knew that was the right way to do it. And, you know, I wouldn't say it was the same system that I have here today. We've obviously made some adjustments along the way, but for the most part, that was my vision back then. I bought a nice scanner and hired a girl, and her job was to make sure that every single document that came into our office was scanned in, and not only just scanned in, but filed on an online system that's organized in a fashion where you could retrieve any document with a click of a button, literally.
Wow. Now, was that kind of a homemade system, or did you use a certain, like Google Docs or something? Or
you know what? It was a homemade system. I created all my own.
Oh my goodness!
Server and created a bunch of folders and subfolders, and I placed all the documents in very specific folders and subfolders, so that at any given time, if I'm speaking to a client, if I'm speaking to an opposing counsel, if I'm speaking to an insurance adjuster, within seconds, I can pull up the relevant documents that may be being discussed in the midst of a negotiation and speak, you know, and know what I'm talking about because I have the documents in front of me. I can look up medical records. I can look up correspondence from the opposing counsel. I can read an expert report. All, like I said, all that by a click of a button.
Wow, amazing. I mean, 17 years ago, that was pretty cutting edge. I have to say, you're quite the visionary in that case, because some of our viewers right now are thinking, "Oh, am I behind the times?" So, do you have any tips since it's been so long since you've had it already? If someone's watching this and they were wondering, should they do it? You know, how could they do it? Any advice?
The one tip I have is, you know, it's never too late to start, first of all. And second of all, there's no, whatever system you choose with mine, it was a group of folders and subfolders. I never believed there was too many folders because the more direct you became with the folders in the organization system, the easier it becomes to find those specific documents. And like I said, even if you haven't done it in 10, 15 years and you think, well, I have too many files, I can't go back and do it. Don't worry about the old files. Start today. Start with the new file you got today.
Yeah.
Received in your office. And the most important thing that you must hammer home away with the staff is that every single document needs to be scanned. So I always tell them the system is only as good as you guys doing your job and making sure not only is every single document that comes through the mail, every fax, every email attachment, not only is it being saved, but being saved in the appropriate folder under the appropriate file name.
Wow, you must have kind of set procedures for all that then.
I do. We have set procedures. As a matter of fact, we have 2 people that their full-time job here is to save and scan every single document that comes in, along with emails and faxes.
Amazing. Well, if a lawyer's watching this, wants to take the plunge, I had a few other questions for you. Would you mind if they gave you a call?
I would love, and I would entertain any kind of questions or requests. My number here at the office is 281-333-8959. They can reach out and check out our website, zaidlaw.com. That's ZAIDLAW.com. I welcome anybody, new or old, just open a practice or been established for several years, to give me a call. I'll be more than happy to sit on the phone and explain to them, even show them templates of what I do and see if it works for them.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for being so giving of your time to other plaintiff lawyers. It really is kind of a great camaraderie, I've noticed, because most people in the world don't know that you help people all day. And so to be helping like-minded people, I'm sure must feel really good. Thanks for being here, John.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you for having me.